Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and drop us a positive comment in the comment section. So today we're going to talk about a couple things, but first I'm going to announce some winners. You guys know that I did my 9,000 subscriber giveaway. So anybody had to tell me two different things. I wanted one person to tell me the name of a crystal that I should get, and one person to tell me the name of a deck that I should get, tarot or oracle. And I would take one from each category, one person from each category. So it was hard. It was really hard because a lot of people said, actually, you know, the decks weren't hard. It was only one deck I really wanted, and it was the one I chose. But the crystals were really hard because I wanted all of them. I wanted every last one of them. So I just picked the one that I would get the most use out of and I would like the most. So Aaron Baby picked out Shattuckite. I've never had Shattuckite. I'm just now learning about it because of this contest. So that's the one I chose. So Aaron Baby, please email me at askanaquarius007@gmail.com. It'll also be underneath this video as always. Please email me because you're the winner and I'm going to give you a free 60-minute reading. Number two, the deck that I chose was the Divine Diversity deck. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get my hands on this deck. I think this deck might be expensive, actually, but it's the one I want. And the winner, the gentleman, is Darren Noel. So, Darren, please email me, and I'll be happy to give you your free 60-minute reading. So thank you everybody who gave me a suggestion. I think like 25 people entered, which was really good. So that's cool. So when we get to 10,000, I'll do it again. And the other contest, you guys know my friend, the author, Catherine Dahl, did a contest and she gave away 10 of her books. Now, if you have her book that just has one zodiac sign in it, there's also a larger book that has all of the zodiac signs in it. So when we finish with this video, I'll put the link to that underneath here too. So I'm going to tell you guys everybody that won a book. So the first book, Taisha in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's a Scorpio. She's actually a good friend of mine. We grew up together, so it was cool to see her win. I met Ty when I was 10 years old, so she knew me before I was a queen. Back when I was just a budding princess, you know. So she's known me for a long time. Marquita is in Ohio, and she's a Pisces. She won as well. Ron in North Carolina won as well. And as a matter of fact, I don't know, all of these don't have to be their zodiac signs. They got to pick whatever zodiac sign they wanted. So all I know is that that's the zodiac sign they chose. They could have got one for their significant other or for their child, for all I know. So Ron in North Carolina won as well, number 3. Ron is my godfather. That's my heart. Number 4, Giovanni, that's my man's. So people that I really know won. This is cool. Giovanni's in Texas, and Giovanni won. Evelyn in New York won. Nakia in Georgia. Michaela, I think that is, in Virginia. Ryan in, I don't know where Ryan is. I don't have his state here. So Ryan is a Gemini. So a Gemini named Ryan, he won too. Amber in California, and then Nikita in Virginia. And these books have already been mailed. So some people already told me they got theirs already. So if you are on this list and you won one of these books, your book should be with you already, or it should be on to you. I think she mailed them from Norway. So congratulations to everyone who won all the contests. And that's what's up. Come back for the next one. All right. Now, today's topic is going to be rather interesting. I thought it was funny when I read it. And it came from a Cancer. I was talking to a Cancer. Yes, I talk to Cancers, and we're friends too. People always accuse me of not talking to Cancers. I talk to Cancers all the time. So the Cancer told me something I thought was kind of funny and I wanted to address. Cancer said to me that, you know how, she said, you know how Aquarius ghosts people sometimes. And she said, then sometimes they come back. And I'm like, yeah, that happens a lot. And she says she wants to know if the Aquarius is thinking or expecting, I should say, that you're going to let them back, that you're going to take them back into your life if they ghost you. And I thought this was really funny. And the reason why it was funny to me was because right before she said this to me, I was talking to an Aquarius male. And he and I were laughing and joking. And he was telling me how he ghosted this woman. And about a year later, he contacted this woman and they talked. And he said, I don't understand why she's not being open with me, why she's not really talking to me. And I was like, because you ghosted her for no reason and then came back out of the clear blue sky like she was supposed to be just waiting for you. And he was like, but I'm an Aquarius. And I just bust out laughing because I'm like, Aquarius are ridiculous. We are ridiculous. So the question goes, did he expect? He was joking, mind you, because he knows me. So we were joking. But the question is, do Aquarius expect people to be waiting or to just let them back in with open arms? And I'm going to tell you from experience, because I've done this too, that you really don't know. You really don't. As an Aquarius, you have no idea if the person is going to let you back into their life, if they're going to talk to you, if they're going to cuss you out. You know, you have no idea. You've ghosted this person, you've disappeared, and now all of a sudden here you are on their doorstep talking about, hey, what's up, you know? And to be honest with you, we don't know. We already know. As an Aquarius, you know two things. The first thing you know is that the person may or may not be receptive. But we have so much audacity that we're going to do it anyway. You know, we're going to see, will this person talk to us? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. So the Aquarius isn't going into it automatically knowing or the outcome. But we know that, you know, it's only two options. My mama used to always say, the worst they can say is no. They're either going to say yes or no, bottom line. So the Aquarius, with all our audacity, is willing to take that chance. The second thing that you know, if you're an Aquarius and you've done this more than once like I have, you know that most people are going to talk to you again. It's one of the strangest things about it. I never thought about this until she even asked the question. But it's true. Most people that I've ghosted, when I came back, I think, number one, we're so curious to find out why I ghosted in the first place. I think this is where people get messed up at. They're so curious to know why the Aquarius left in the first place because they don't know. And they've just made up ideas in their mind about why they might have left. And then when we come back, they want to know. So they're usually open to engaging, at least at first, because they're trying to figure out what really happened here. So in a lot of cases, for me, in every case, that led to the relationship, the friendship continuing for a certain amount of time. Now, in most cases, it ended again because I've come to find if I ghosted in the first place, I shouldn't have came back. That's one thing I've noticed. If I've ghosted someone or walked away from someone or whatever the case is, if I left that person alone, I should never go back. I left them for a reason. And some of the times as an Aquarius, you forget those reasons or something else happens. Because you may wonder, what would make an Aquarius go back? Usually because they need you for something. Or because we're lonely. It could be one of those things. The Aquarius could have walked away from you because they didn't feel like you're compatible. But a year or so later, they could be in a dry patch, a dry space. They could be lonely. They could be going through something. And then they say, I wonder if so-and-so is still around. I wonder if so-and-so will talk to me. And then they'll think about it and then they'll call the person. But what I've come to find is that if I walked away from them, I should never walk back. That act of leaving, for me, and I think for a lot of Aquarius, is it's not something, people think that Aquarius just goes for no reason, but there's always a reason. So usually, in every case I've experienced, whatever that reason was still present when I came back. And every time, whatever that reason was, is why I ended up leaving again. There's only one person who I've ever tried to return to and they wouldn't let me. Everybody else is, I guess, curious or happy that I'm back or whatever the case is, you know? And that one person is a Libra. And when I tried to come back, and I wasn't coming back because I wanted to kindle the relationship. I was coming back because I didn't like the way it ended and I wanted to fix it. I mean, I was fine that it was over. I just didn't like how it was over. So I came to the Libra to try to fix things. And the Libra was still pissed at me and wouldn't speak to me. And that's the only time, out of all of the times that I've done that, that's the only time that ever happened. So, number one, like I always tell you guys, I think that Aquarius should not ghost in the first place. I learned this from doing it. So that's number one. It's always best to say something, particularly the truth. I'm leaving because we're not compatible. I'm stepping off because this relationship is not right for me. It would be better to say something. But we all know that many of us don't, or many of us haven't in the past. So that's a trick that we have to practice a little bit. So the bottom line is that, does the Aquarius know you're going to accept them back? No. Are they going to try anyway? Yes. If it's something that they want to do, they're going to try anyway. Likewise, like I said before, most people do. So my thing to you is that if you have an Aquarius and they're using your life as a revolving door, don't let them come back. Do like the Libra did and be like, nah, don't let them come back. My mother did the same thing with my father. My father used to get mad at her and leave, and they'd break up, and then he'd come back. And it was so funny because the time that she finally put him out and said no more, he said, well, you know I was coming back. I always came back. I laughed so hard when she told me that story as an adult, because I was like, yeah, that's Aquarius. We always going to come back if you allow us to. And she stopped letting him come back. And that's when she moved on with her life. So my thing is, if the Aquarius is using your life like a revolving door and you take issue with that, don't let them. I wouldn't. I don't let people do that to me. If somebody walks out of my life, if they even try to come back, generally I'm, nah. I generally put the door up immediately. So I wouldn't let somebody do that to me if I were you, you know. But I did think it was a very funny question, simply because of the fact that we have the audacity in so many cases to do that. Like, how you gonna stop talking to somebody, Aquarius, and then when you get good and ready, go back and start talking to them again? Aquarius, we gotta stop doing that. That's one of the things that we're known for that makes me laugh, but it's not funny. We gotta stop doing that. Like, that looks awful, Aquarius. Like, what are you doing? So if you're an Aquarius and you do that to other people, just number one, consider not ghosting. Consider making a statement and then going about your business, okay? And also consider not going back. If you walk away from somebody, if you ghost them or not, I strongly suggest you move on to a new person. Because whatever made you walk away from them, I bet you is still present. I bet you money, in most cases, is going to be still present. Because the one thing I've learned about people is most people don't change. They don't. They do the same thing from relationship to relationship, year to year. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So, in not every case, because I've changed and I've seen other people change too, but in most cases, what you're coming back to is exactly what you left. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you would like to get a reading done, please email me, and I would love to give you an appointment. Just email me and I got you. Okay? Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to contact me or anything like that, all my information is underneath this video. All right, guys. See you later.